Looking to pass back across the middle and well defended there by the Saints. We got another flag on the far side of the instances where the quarterback threw back against toward the middle of the field. That's usually not a good.
That's time you're late across the middle. That's exactly what. And you know what? Cayman Lane was right there again to make that play.
Yeah, actually, I think if that one, that pass wouldn't have been so low, that might have had a good opportunity.
Boy, back-to-back 5-yard. You know what? I'm wondering if Coach Edmondson's got to press. Coach, you want to press that line of scrimmage. Sometimes you get in that gray area, they'll call it.
Yeah, look, when we're just the Saints lining up a little. Quick pass side and hit immediately out there on the flank. Once again, Kelvin Brewer out there along with Marquand Pope.
Marquand Pope, Tony Lacey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on. You know what? These two safeties are flying around early in this football game.
The Saints are getting out to the flanks very, very aggressively. And it looks like that's something the Knights are trying to do. They're trying to get it out wide and create space, and the Saints are just there every single time. This over the middle, and a nice catch there. Great coverage, Brewer, but a great pass and great catch in traffic there by the receiver.
You know what, Chris? That's what quarterback. He's so long, that ball comes out on time, and when you can throw that skinny post like that, it's super hard to defend.
Saints territory at the 45.
Give it draw, and the Saints have it.
Stepping up once again to put a big hit carry. This time it's Marcus 7.
Not fooled by that draw.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Interesting, Brockermeyer, James Brockermeyer, and playing both ways here now early in this football game. A T-Love off of this edge down here.
Once again, straight ahead, and once again going nowhere.
Cayman Lane, and did you see T-Love that edge? You know what? That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're playing the quarterback on that zone read look.
So when you got players ways in this kind of heat, what's the number one thing the coaches are looking to do?
You know what? Keep rotating them in there. You saw how quickly they're coming in and out of the game. Right now, St. big third down situation. So it were 10 right here. You know what? If the Saints stop them right here, we're at a real turning point in the game because I don't believe Regents can stop the Saints. And if they turn this football over right here, you know what? We could really be off and running.
Huge in the game. 3:49 here in the first quarter. Saints 3rd and 10 here for the Knights. They are calling a timeout. Their first and back from the timeout here at Knights Field. Saints defense in a good position here. Ball at the 45-yard. 3rd and 10 here for the Knights. Early in the game, but this could be 4-down territory. Let's see what happens here. Empty set, man in motion. And we got a low quarterback running, going deep down the side. Man, wow.
Boy, you know what? That's what makes Wilson so dangerous in this game. He's he's able to buy time. And as soon as he does, Josh Franklin sprints across, catches up with his quarterback. That's what killed him last year in this football game, Chris. I'm telling you, Long is a heck of a football player.
And the poise to get downfield when you're scrambling like that, snap and getting rushed. Once again, from his back foot, throws low, and it skips into the intended receiver. He was open, but couldn't get in.
And he was open, but you know what? Saints gave him a little pressure, and when you can't set your feet, it's hard to make that throw with your body moving one way. You can't really get anything on the ball floated. Gave him the one hopper in there, Chris. He just kind of skipped it in there.
Defensive front, they've been in the back so far.
They are putting some pressure back at Regents. This Wilson Long is a little magician.
End around here. Good contain on the outside, fumble. Bounds, nice tackle on the outside there by T. Love.
T. Love is a fit. Hey, let me tell you one thing. Last year, T. Love, running back, outside linebacker. He's a ball player.
Athletic, can do it all.
Another big third down here, Chris. Third down out there.
Third down and 12, ball at the the Saints 19. 10, and this is
condensed down there. You see right behind it, really looks like a condensed. I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, I'm not sure I'd like that. I like kind of wide open spaces. That's a country.
Again, low throw, complete. Good defense once again. All over the place.
Very well played by Kelvin Brewer. They tried to run that little and come back and dump it off. And you know what? Saints were having none of it. Now, after blocking that first PAT, Chris, it's going to be interesting to see if we can get some heat on them and get some big guys back in there to make something happen.
Knight's going to settle for the and try to get touchdown. And it looked like there was an error with the spot, so they're moving the 19-yard line.
Hometown cooking here. And the Saints were having none of it. Going ball back. Saints get that push side now. Big boys up in there. Push.
Snaps back. Whoa! Again. Pressure on the kicker. Hits the uprights.
Cayman Lane almost got that. You see him get through there athletically and almost make that play. They've got a ball game here. Saints up. Touchdown. 3 to play in the first quarter.
For the Saints, the Knights, a 36-yard field goal to cut the lead to 7. High short kick this time, going to be taken by Breedlove, and luckily
he was ready for that. He tried to catch that ball up high. You your hands underneath. When you get that end over end, good for the side on the good.
Matlock there, Johnny on the spot. Offense out. Saints have 2 touchdowns and a return PAT, and the one time they drove down and scored. So good showing for the first.
You know what? The Saints can't afford to take their foot off the gas with this quarterback that Regents has. They got to go down here.
Fay in the shotgun behind him. Faked it to Matlock, trying to slant, and they've got it. Nice throw, nice route. Tony Lacey.
Good job. Good job. It's a good route. You know what? They faked a little inside look. Hit the slant. Good throw and catch, and it puts you, you're ahead. Now 2nd and 3, you can do some things here, Chris.
You know what you're going to do.
Correct. And that's what you want to do, because sometimes this front's bringing 3, 4. They're a multiple front team here at the Regents. And they're bringing
straight drop
blitz
across the middle and trying to get it out.
And yeah, they brought, and we got flag here now. That blitz came. Hampton's got underneath when he sees more coming at him than Chris. He's got to get rid of that football right there, and he's got to deliver it to one of his underneath guys.
They have the flag down at the 30-yard line.
Well, to me, it looked like they tackled Bothwell, but they were running crossers, and it looked like they tackled Bothwell. We'll see what they call here.
Oh, low hit.
Yeah. Saying they did. They went out and cut him right there. And you know what? I believe the last time the Saints had it in the could have made that call too. I think it's something that possibly Coach Beck and this staff could be alerting those officials too.
Well, that's another huge penalty. That's a third 15-yarder against this Knight defense.
Yeah, that's a hurt in a foot.
Ball placed up at the 47.
Down here in the. Hey, let's see. You know what? Saints may be taking a shot here.
Ben Patterson's playing to the left, and it's a sweep block. Plays head.
They got the Saints. Got the Saints for jumping
Ball
right
start.
there. Got to sit in. Got to sit tight. You know what it looked like? Looked like to me, Chris. They were gonna run that little sweep, possibly to come back and set up something deep. 15, exactly where we weren't the last set of downs. You can't be behind the chains here. Excuse me, 1st and 15.
Empty set this time for Fay. 1st and 15. Takes off again. Spun not there about 4 yards. Did a good job of though.
Yeah, you know what? Two outside guys get up. And that's one of those things where you got to feel the pressure. You don't have enough eyes to see all those guys. And then when it looks good, hit it up exactly what he did on that first drive.
2nd 11 here.
In an even double set. Regents trying to play a little cover 4, high safeties.
Lock once again under pressure, and Fay got down.
Yeah, he got sacked.
That's a huge loss on the play. It's going to be about a 13-yard.
Now Ben Schultz comes on the blitz. And that's where he's got to recognize that, Chris. He's got to get rid of that. Throw that football away to fight another down.
Yeah, it's there in the empty and spin their ears back and came after Fay. He wasn't able to tackled retreating, and we've got 3rd and about a 25 coming up.
About at his point. It's about a 7-iron for you right here. Again, an even set.
Time Fay has some time. They set up. They got a Matlock. Got some blockers out in front. The sideline and breaking tackles still now bottled up by a of not about a 10 on the screen, and the Saints are sending out the kicking team.
That's where you Coach Beck's playing a little field possession here. 3rd and 25, 10 yards, and see if we can get a good punt off right here out of this quarter.
Well, that Fay are still.
Oh, they got him offside.
And they got a free play here. They got a man open. Wow!
They ran a slant and after they caught him offsides. Great play by the 4-15. They hard count him up front, get him to jump, takes the deep shot.
Well, I don't even know what I was saying. I thought they were kicking the ball. I thought I saw some going on. Keep the offense on the field to get the defense to jump, and in the madness, Faye founds Patterson for a huge. And once again, going. T. Love down for a loss.
To get the quarter right there, they got to front. They got to get a little more solid up front. Great job though on that hard count and picking that first down up.
Saints lead 16-10 after 1. We'll reset it, switch sides, and we'll see you for the second quarter.
You're the guy.
Back field, the All Saints game, and 2nd and 16 as we start the second. Ball on the Knights' 30-yard line. Saints looking to add a point lead. Left, swing pass out to Matt. Puts his foot in the ground, drops the and able to fall on it. There, looked like he had a lot of room to run.
Well, that was well blocked and well designed, and I think he got so excited he knocked the ball out of his own hand. Third and 12. It's going to be a big situation right here. Never land and being kind of at the plus 32-yard line. Maybe another situation where you try to get half of it and then come back, Chris.
Well, they did it from the field, so I wouldn't expect anything less. Faye back to throw. Blitz. Scrambling. Throwing. Through a sea of arms and turf incomplete.
Boy, he got pressure from the backside. You know what? In some way they're going to have to start playing with these protections because Drew scot-free and he was right on him right now. Fourth down. Saints are going to line up and see if they can pull another rabbit out of their hat here.
This time it was Faye to Ben Patterson on fourth down. We'll see what they do here. 4th and 11. Up by 7. And once again.
They're checking to something. Oh, they're going to check to a little quick kick. Looks like he backed up. They're going to kick.
And Faye punts it through the back of the end zone.
Too far.
It'll be a back, and the Knights offense will gain the field.
1st and 10, 16-9.
Seemed like we're excitement with some crazy plays.
To
start,
it was
hold out.
Yeah, I thought the way the game started, you're right. Settled in now to being what we thought it would be, which is some guys making some plays, a bunch of plays to be made out there. You know what? It's this drive right here. 11 minutes to go right here. Be interesting to see if the Saints defense up.
Other than a quick strike on a field goal, defense has played very well tonight. They do have an INT return for a touchdown. First down.
Motion. He's running for his life.
Oh! Almost caught. Almost intercepted. Big along the Knight sideline. Incomplete.
Boy, that was Hillman in there. Clark Hillman, last year's quarterback, covering that wheel route, did a pretty good job.
Absolutely, but you said it, man. Once again, Wilson's trying to get the ball to Roman Davis over and over again.
They are trying. ball to Davis. And I'll tell you what, this quarterback, he is as crafty as they come. 10. See if the Saints defense tries to bring a little again.
They have been getting pressure
up in there, showing a blitz, and now it looks like they're backing out of it.
They're going to and over the top, a beautiful throw, cutting up the far sideline, and there's a ball.
The ball out.
Saints pick it up. And did the ball go out of bounds? It did. It's going to remain a beautiful throw out. The trailing quarter did a great job of knocking it out of bounds.
Yeah, James Williams did a great job right there. Now that's when you run that fade and you got all that area, he kept coming though and stripped that ball out. That's a shame. He out of bounds, but great form.
32,
First and 10 now for the Knights. They're at the Saints 32-yard line. Down by defense looking to hold. Time to throw deep over the middle, and this time overthrown. Two Saints there in
Nice job of bracketing him. Came in big tight end who they try to go to down the field. And you can see why he can run. And anytime you got a tight end that can press that deep middle, he's gonna give the defense fits.
It seems of the modern tight end teams are more and more athletic. They're almost like another receiver on the field. A mismatch for linebackers. Two safeties.
They want that big basketball player, he looks like. Throw that football up.
Come on, Max, get in there. Come on, defense.
A little motion and hand that to hand sweep.
Been around. Nice contain.
Cameron Lane had that.
Lane
he was having none of that. And that's his team. They with ways to get Roman Davis that ball. Edmondson's defense looks like they're schooled up to who their speed is too.
Absolutely. Both teams with a lot of speed. Clock winding to 10 minutes. It's going to be 3rd and 11 here for the Knights with a chance here to hold. Not in field goal range. Looking to throw, and we got pressure. Oh, and a huge retreat.
All over the field.
Oh, now sets his feet and throws it way to the intended receiver. I think everybody in the Saints bleachers over here got a little nervous. He bought a lot.
This is the first time I've looked around, seen the crowd here. Bleachers, and there is not a seat in this place. Heck of a crowd, but boy, that young man can give you fits. He can scramble around, and you can tell his offensive linemen, they don't give up. They keep blocking for him.
Looks like the Knights are keeping the offense on the field. It's 4th and 11 from the Saints 33. And once again, just like the Saints did a moment ago, they're kind of in no man's land, and they're going to go. And why not? Once again, stepping back, going deep, and this time it's going to be intercepted. The end zone with it. The Saints have it, making moves. Moves on top of moves. Tony Lacey still on his feet. And then he's dragged down. He's got a penalty on that tackle, but there's another one. There's 3 flags on the field.
It almost looked like a designed rollout and a punt. The interception down, trying to pin them deep. Well, what they didn't realize, Tony Lacey can return that thing.
Yeah, Tony Lacey brought it all the way back up to just about to the line of scrimmage. There. You've got flags dotting the entire Saints side of the field, so who knows? This is going to be a mess. But the interception should stand. It looked like after the return.
That referee gave a horse collar call. He gave a personal foul. He called everything but offsides right there in one call.
Like he's doing an instruction video.
See
before an airline flight.
Please put your mask on. Put anybody else's mask on.
Make sure you're breathing. Don't help any.
These are post possession. So I'm thinking they're going to have to ways, Chris.
Wow. Well, we'll see the PA announcers out. We're trying to sort it out. I do know one way or the other offense on the field, so the interception going to stay, and we'll just where we end up. All right, here we go. Here's the back and forth. Well,
penalties against teams, the result of which is ball turns over to the Saints.
Boy, oh boy, and Coach Beck does not like that call at all. Trying to figure out what the heck here because he should have marked that personal foul back this way. Asking for an explanation from the right now. I knew when he came to midfield calls, they didn't know what they were doing there.
And the Saints with all three of their timeouts, it looks like Coach Beck's taking a time. He's gonna. You got to talk to these officials. Yeah, he's gonna talk. Yeah, because if what you're saying is correct, which I'm sure the ball should be out to the 21-yard line.
Correct.
We'll take a quick break during the timeout. Saints lead 9:21 first half. Looks like they kept the ball on the 6-yard line. Handoff to Matlock. Matlock with some nice room up the middle. Hard running. Quarterback in. It's number 10, Matthew Epperson. And Epperson, number 63, is the center. So we've got a brotherly connection going on at the beginning of each play.
We got a lot of brotherly connections here at All Saints.
Handoff once again. Maddox left side. Still on his feet. Charging hard to the 5-yard line, and the Saints come roaring out of deep in their own end.
Jacob Madlock's running that ball. Now again, we got another flag.
And we got another flag on the field.
Penalty.
So that run's going to go back. It is Saints. It was 2nd and 2, so it'll be 2nd and 12 to go. And is the amount of penalties something indicative of season?
I mean, you got to get some things cleaned up. And guess what? Those officials are working on their game too, Chris.
That's true. They haven't seen in a long time. 10-yard line.
Well to the right side. Check it, hands. Be sure they get the right call here.
Quick pass out to the right. Rothwell's open. Cut down around the 20-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Saints first down. And a nice route, nice throw there on the out.
That young man is a good football player. You can tell he's gotten better as a route runner.
Also got that tight end, that athletic tight end body we talked about.
No question. And with hands.
Off again. Coming right. Nice run out by Matlock.
Penalty flag on the play.
Another in the backfield for the Saints.
Penalty hold.
And holding once again. That's a second nice run by Matlock, wiped out by a holding penalty so far on this drive.
And you know, when that's the thing. On those draw plays, you got to keep your hands inside. Naturally, as an offensive lineman, when the guy's moving and he's on, hey, you got to just keep your hands and punch that inside. They'll get used to the speed of the game. That'll clean up.
Be some tech working on this week in practice, ready for next week's game. I want to welcome all of our viewers on TexasLive24.net. Chris Espinoza here with Glenn Smith. 2019 All Saints football kicking off tonight in Austin, Texas. Second down. Looking to throw and sacked in the end zone. It looks like they're going to give a forward progress out around the 1-yard line.
He's
So
got to
it will
see
not.
Hampton's got to see that pressure off the backside. When you fake that draw and they bring that blitz off that open inside, that ball's got to come out.
Epperson looking in at the sideline to get the call.
Pick that second down.
Second situation backed all the way up like this, Chris. Here's where you can't have a turnover. You got something safe, and you got to get this football out off your goal line.
Ball at the 1 and a 22 yards to go. We'll see what they're doing. Passing out to the outside, it's incomplete through the hands. Looked like he was trying.
Yeah, it looked like
to get it once again to Hill.
Hitch.
Just trying to get a few yards to give your punter some breathing space.
Correct. 3rd and 22 when you're backed up. This is a tough situation as a play caller. It's a tough situation to be in.
Matlock coming back in. The Knights playing well off the ball. And Matlock brings it up to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, try to run a draw in there. Just try to get a little room like we were talking about and see if he can get one off.
Moves the ball back out to the 6-yard line where it's 4th down for the Saints.
Hampton back out. Looks like he's going to handle the punting duties here for the Saints.
Yeah, 6.5 minutes. You need a good punt right here. You need to get out and defense a chance to work.
It's a high snap. Let's get the punt away. And
it is a
nice
good
kick. Takes a
kick.
Saints bounce.
Great job.
Wow, what a kick.
7-yard line. Wow. You know what? Anytime you forward roll, you got a chance.
I noticed a few years ago the Saints started instituting that rugby style of punting with Jonathan Song as their kicker, and it's amazing to me how much forward roll they get on those kicks. It's hard to field them as a returner.
Absolutely, it's hard to field it. Off, the ball's going forward, and it can. It's one of those. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't have great hands. Very easily.
So the Knights are going to take over here. Saints still with the advantage, 16-9, 6:24 here to go in the first half. And handoff straight ahead. A room to the right, not much, maybe a yard. Big hit on the play. It's Elijah
Poussele
with the tackle.
You know what, they ran that done inside right into it. Good call by the Saints defense.
Minimal gain brings up 2nd and 9. And off the back foot.
Wow. What a catch.
That was very contested.
And Donche is right there, too, it looked like. Is that Donche? Who is that? Boy, I question if he made that close.
Like Donche was on the defense. So first down, 42-yard line
Boy,
for the
like
Knights.
that ball skipped in.
Once again, handing it off. This time a little bit more room, a little more traction for the Knights running game.
That draw in there. You know what? Those defensive ends from flying up the field's what they're trying to do.
So Lance Walker toting the rock for the Knights.
2nd and a long.
Coming up on 5 here in the first half. Throw deep to his tight end. Fighting his way into the end zone. Did he lateral that?
I don't know if he fumbled it. It looked like he fumbled it and the ball came up. It came. Was it Charlie Phillips that too? It looked to me like they had thrown that ball deep to John Luke Roberts, who made the catch. Then he fumbled it, and he picked it up and scored.
Wow. He did pitch it.
He did pitch it. Wow.
Information, he pitched the football. Wow. He was getting ridden down by the Saints defender.
Right there.
Just had a man running with him, and we're a PAT away from a tie ball. Snap again, and good from the Saints. They don't get there. 16-16 is the score. We got two pretty evenly matched teams here. 4:54 half.
Heck of a football game here. Heck of a setting. Big crowd. Holy cow. Chris, look at this crowd. There's not a seat in this place.
And the wall you were talking about earlier is filled with spectators.
You know what? Big plays kind of have defined what we've seen right now. We haven't seen any really long, sustained drives. We've seen big plays. Defense make a big play. We've seen Regents offense make a couple plays. We've seen the Saints offense make a good play. We've seen a blocked PAT. It's
I got
anything but a possible goat roping to break out back in this back.
I got to ask you though, how many? You've seen so many football games. How many have started with a half, a block PAT for a 2-point conversion, and then later on in the same period, an interception return for a touchdown?
That's what makes this game so great.
Yeah,
of course, I coach a junior high at All Saints, and trying to tell those young fellas, I wish I could tell you when it was going to be your turn, but I don't know when it's going to be your turn. That's the great thing about football. You never know.
Getting their kickoff team on the field, Saints. Once again, looks like James Williams back there deep. Or pardon me, it's Peyton Kramer. And Kramer is going to field this one right around the goal line. Straight ahead, making a move. Breaks a tackle. Once again, trying to get outside. And he's ripped down by his shirt. Gets it out to the 20. And it looks like Hampton Faye is going to come back and quarterback the Saints on this drive. A brief interlude with Matt. .45 to go. Looks like the Saints will get the football back to begin the second half. So this is to get a lead and then maybe add to it after halftime.
And you like to see him keep right here. You know what? They chasing that quarterback around and all the things he can do. Leave him over there sit and see if we can go on about a 3.5 right here.
Hand off to Matlock, and he's snuffed out quickly. Knights defense makes the play.
This Regents defense is stemming guys, and anytime you do that, they look bad. But if they catch them in the right stun or stem, hey, don't be surprised to see All Saints break one.
Correction, 19, 1-yard loss, second and 11.
Second and 11-yard loss.
Saints in trips left here.
Faye looking to get it out quick. He does. Making a move along the sideline. Nice play by Kramer. And Kramer will, look like...
Keep them in a manageable third down situation. Anytime you can get that out of your hand fast, that blitz is causing you problems. Now you're in a third and manageable 4 yards.
Faye with Matlock in the backfield. Tripp split out to the left. Patterson, the lone receiver, on the right. And looks like the Saints are out.
And they made a good timeout right here. Good timeout, Chris.
It's a big opportunity for the Saints.
And you need the right play in the game right here. You know what? Hey, let's talk. Let's talk to the coaches upstairs. Let's see what we think they're going to do coverage-wise, and let's see if we can get the right play in the game. I think it's interesting that Regents sees they're a little undersized, and that stunting, stemming around, and a lot of times I'm telling you, your run game can look really ugly when guys are doing that.
Well, I think you said it earlier. All we've got to do is catch them going right when we're going left, and it could be a huge play. So
correct, and you never know. That's right, and when they're running that TE where the tackle goes first and the end wraps, all of a sudden you get that to go.
Teams are back on the field after Beck took that timeout. The Saints will have one left for the remainder of the half.
Coming trips down here.
Trips to the right this time. A little change. To run. He fakes it, and he's going to keep it straight ahead. He's got room. run there by Hampton Fay, and the Saints get the first down and up to their own yard line. They're going to have some pretty good field position with plenty of time left to try to break this tie.
Yeah, he fakes that toss outside and then hits it backside.
They're looking to throw again, and once again, Saints look like they're going to be called here for procedure.
What's illegal about going back?
You know what? It's interesting. They're trying to go fast, but they can't seem to get in the momentum of the flags. They're wanting their offense to get up and go. And they had the right play called there with Bothwell on that shallow cross.
They looking to throw, pressure up the middle.
Got him again on the shallow cross.
Nice play there. Great call there by Glenn Smith.
Boy, you'd really like to see Hillman just seal that block, and Bothwell would have been up the boundary running. Call.
Nice play there. Bothwell gets 7, and Saints with 2 downs to get 8.
Approaching 2.5 minutes. The Saints only have 1 timeout, Chris. Gets it out of his hand quick. Outside to Kramer. Look out.
Kramer.
Nice job.
Quick toss to the outside. Kramer gets a block and up the left sideline. They're going to move the chains once again. The feeling here, Coach Beck, timeout, doesn't want the night again.
And get his offense in that NASCAR rhythm of going fast.
Ball spotted at the 49-yard line. Saints threatening here late in the first half. Matlock and the pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he had a man open out there too. Get it to number 2, Donche Douglas.
Yep. And that's where again now the blitz is starting to bother him a little bit, where they're trying to get into a catch and throw mode. Then that guy that's blocked, he gets tips the ball.
Second and
double set. Let's get Mitch out here on air and see if we can get something going.
Looking to throw out to the outside and overthrows Matlock. And we've got another flag on the field, and it's holding against the Saints. I wonder if the Knights will take this or force them on a 3rd and long.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Do they want to give them the down? 2 minutes to go. What that's taking the clock to. They decide to do. Looks like they're going to take this penalty.
Marching it off the 10 yards. I want to give them that extra down.
Well, time, Chris. You know what we're talking about?
Yeah,
we're talking about now against the clock.
Absolutely.
The clock's working, so.
All after the half, so it could be a here in this game if we can get some points here before halftime. Taking it to Matlock, it's tipped, and once again it falls to the turf, incomplete, and Fay under a lot of duress.
Yeah, when you run that ball, it takes time, and you know what? It looked like the guy off the left edge. He came inside and beat Breedlove inside. You got to sit full and hard inside, and I think they'll make that adjustment at the half.
It's 3rd down.
3rd down, 20 here, Chris. You know what? Here's where you got to get 10 and kick it and get them to go the length of the field with little time,
and hopefully keep the a little bit or get the Knights to burn one of their timeouts.
Correct.
Fay looking to throw, has time, up the sideline, and complete.
It's intended for number 6.
So that's going to bring up 4th and its own 40-yard line.
Going to have to kick this. Here's where you need a good kick right here. You need that end over end kick that's got that top spin.
Knights
trying to get them to jump offside.
They're getting the signal in from the sideline, and
Fay's going to back it up
a little bit, give himself some room for the punt. It's a bad snap, and got to get rid of it, throws it to the middle, and he's got a man. It's caught right at the first down marker. That's 2 of the craziest 4th down conversions I've ever seen.
that was a designed punt. Got in a fire situation when he fumbled that ball, and you know what? They made a completion to Bothwell. Minute 20, catch by a high snap. They take a timeout. Did Regents take a timeout?
Regents takes.
Boy, this little home, these officials. I don't like to get into the officiating, but wow, does this feel like home.
It's not only that the pass was completed, it's that Bothwell catches it right at the first down sticks when you've got 20 yards to go on fourth down. It's their second huge conversion of the game on fourth down, and I think both times it was what you said. It was just that fire drill where, you know, you get a bad snap, you get some pressure, and you're running.
And you know what I like is where we've seen all night long, we've seen Wilson Long keep plays alive with his legs. Hey, they keep that play with his legs and then be able to throw that ball back across the middle. Big time play.
Well, then in the first drive that the scored on when they were on offense, they got helped by the penalties, but it was two scrambles by Fay that really kept that drive alive and allowed them to get in the end zone.
And you know what? That timeout was initially by the Saints. It wasn't by the Saints. That time is charged to Regents.
Things looking good here for the Saints. 1:25 to go here in the first half. It's 6-16.
And they still got that timeout, Chris.
One time. Lacey in motion. Fay looking to throw. Out again to Kramer, and this time the defense is waiting for it.
You know what? That they're going to the well a little bit too much, right? Waiting on that, and anytime you can sit and wait on that. Now, don't be surprised to see the Saints possibly pump that and then go the way they're reacting, that being Regents' defense.
Second and 14. Fay looking to throw. All kinds of time. This time he tucked in and runs. The room across the 30. Taking on a tackle. Big run there. Back, and it's a first down. Saints down to the 26.
You know what? That's what. Oh, and we got a late penalty. Late penalty flag on this. Now that was a big hit. They finished that run. Now that's a physical situation. Let's see what they do with this penalty.
The flag thrown side of the field in the area of where the tackle was made.
I think it's a sideline warning against Regents. Sideline warning against Regents for getting too many people up. You know what? Control the crowd. Just giving them a sideline warning.
Sideline warning against the Knights.
I tell you what, did Hampton Fay finish that run? You don't see many quarterbacks. Hey, most quarterbacks today, he didn't slide. You either the hammer or the nail, and right there he was the hammer.
I think that quarterback that has the star on his helmet finishes runs too. Fay looking to throw with time. He's got it. Once again, finds his outlet.
Bothwell. You know what? Anytime you can get that big tight end on that shallow, Chris, that's what you want to see. Clock running, so they've got to get up and run a play here.
It's a 4-yard. Fay looking to throw. 17 seconds to go. Steps up in the pocket.
Shakes loose.
Eyes downfield. It's tipped in the middle of the field.
Oh,
it's caught anyway.
And he caught it anyway.
Kramer the tip pass. It's a touchdown for the Saints. 11 seconds to go in the first half. What a way to end the first half. Wow.
On a tip ball. What a job by that young man to keep his eyes up. The quarterback keeps his eyes up. Was that Peyton Kramer that made that catch?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, was that a heck of a catch by Peyton Kramer.
Kramer runs underneath it.
Ball, Chris, and he still caught it for.
Wow. Great adjustment to get underneath it right there at the far corner. Lynn with the PAT up.
Yeah, it looked like he missed it.
Looks like he it is no good. 11 seconds to go here in the first half. 22-16. Just lead. that they just took the lead. And what you don't want to do here, big return and any kind of chance here for the
He
Knights.
thumped that one right there. Now
Big kick down to the 5-yard line. And the Saints looking to get the returner, and it's a nice return, still on his feet. Hunted down from behind.
Cayman Lane came and chased that play
Big
down.
hustle.
Good job. Hey, 4 seconds now. Here, be smart with this quarterback. Get guys back deep, keep everything, and know, hey, just get him on. Only got one play.
Any kind of completion, if it's not a touchdown, is going to use the rest of the clock. So the Saints are going to go into their prevent defense.
Correct. They're going to
back it every way up.
That's right. Looks like you got T. Love up here, so you got some fast guys having a hard time here. They don't have a press box at this stadium, so we're about Z71 truck level trying to call this baby. But we're doing the best we can. T. Love off the edge. They just run the draw, get him on the ground. That's
absolutely
good half of football right there. Big plays.
An exciting half. Saints on the road to start the 2019 football season, lead 22-16. We had some big plays, had some good drives, but the Saints are still on top. They're going to get the ball after Chris Espinoza here with Glenn Smith. We'll be back with second half action in a little bit.
first half. You looking at other scores?
No. Do you want to look at some scores?
No, I thought you'd give them, because sometimes they give them, you know.
No. The stuff that to them won't be pertinent for 5 weeks, so.
Right. All right. Phone out.
Go Saints!
Mic check 1, 2, 3. We good, boss? Hear me? You hear me? We can.
Welcome back to Knights Field here on the kickoff of the 2019 All Saints season. Chris Espinoza here with Glenn Smith. Coach, we had a lot of fun that first half.
You know what? It was a lot of big plays to be made, a lot of big penalties to be made. Some that were called, weren't called. You know what? It's been an interesting ebbs and flows of this. Hey, you know what? Saints may have done the best thing of the night, winning that, because now 6-point lead to get the football back. Go see if you can put some distance between what is a dangerous quarterback in this Wilson Long.
Absolutely. 2 big plays by the Knights. Really the first game of the game, first play of the game, and then later on in the second quarter with a deep pass and lateral for a touchdown. And Saints have done a little bit of everything. They've scored on special teams. They've scored with an interception return and touchdowns, especially that one right before half. It was a tip ball. Anything could have happened. It fell into the arms of Kramer. The touchdown, and now they get the ball to start the half. So, like you said, the Saints have a chance to, make a little difference here.
Yeah, Hampton Fay done a heck of a job, too. You know what? He's had to keep some plays alive with his feet. He's made some plays running, and he's made some good throws. His first game coming in here and playing quarterback.
Absolutely. And, penalties and everything else going on, and maybe we can chalk it up. It's extremely warm. The Saints are on the road for the first time this season. For the first game period in 2019. Both teams are still figuring things out, and these teams played to a very close game last year. The Saints were on the short end of a 27-20 game at home, so a one-score game is probably what you can expect going to the end.
I think you're absolutely right, because both these teams have big-time playmakers and quarterbacks that can push the ball down the field.
Absolutely. So we're getting set to kick off here. Back deep once again is number 6, Peyton Kramer for the Saints. And we will get started here momentarily. The whistle is second half of this Friday night fiesta is getting 22-16, the Saints lead. And here is the kick. Kramer moving
got a
to his
chance
right,
to field
takes
this.
and stumbling out of the blocks there at the 15, out across the 20, and that's where and the Saints offense will take the field. And what do you expect to see this play calling.
Well, I think you're going to see Coach Bates going to have challenged his offensive line. You know what? They've got to do a better job of protecting this quarterback. They got to know that, hey, this Regents team is stunting and stemming around. We got to continue to see if we can catch them in one of those stunts. You can see this Saints team coming out trying to run the football on this big offensive line. One and 10 from the 20. It doesn't feel like the 20, does it? With that. Feels like you're backed up in your own end zone.
You just can't get over that, can you?
No, it's an interesting setup in here. It really is.
It really is. Beautiful night in nice start on the ground here, straight ahead. Matlock for about 5. And that's one thing, when you talk about all the stunting and all the stemming and the size difference, maybe here is for the Saints to use their size and just go straight ahead and see if they can.
You got to try to slow that blitz down, Chris. You know what? And that's what they do. They draw up inside the big offensive line to move some guys.
Fay taking his time here. Ready's for the snap. This time he's going to throw. Pressured again, scrambling to his right, but he's got room. Hurdles a man. 5.
Wow.
Tackled there.
Cal is that athletic. You know what? Out of the pocket, and he trucked a guy early in the game. That time went down and he hurdled him. He's finished a run. Big-time athlete right there. What an move.
Absolutely. Finished a run with physicality and then there with some grace. First down for the Saints to their 30-yard line.
I thought it was interesting too, Chris. Watch Regents. They're trying to disguise their coverage and keep them off. But Matlock's got it.
Room up the left sideline. A nice run into night territory.
And that's talking to roll the safety down to Matt. Then they changed and went the other way. He was able to hit that crease for a 20-yard run. You slow the rush down. That's how you keep those defensive ends from getting up the field.
Away. Saints up to 47-yard line. Snap back once again ahead. Matlock spinning, and he's bottled up this time. Looks like he's going to maybe get a scrimmage.
That's where you got to. You know what? I'll look for come back with a play action off of that. Right? You got an 8-man box. Hard to run against that 8-man box. And again, Regents doing a good job. Their defense is doing a good job in coverages and getting guys down in the box where they can get you outnumbered.
Well, and they have scouts, and they know this is Hampton Fay's first game at quarterback, and confusing a young quarterback or a new quarterback, and they're probably looking at on defense as a good strategy. Thrown out to the outside, hitch, nice play to Patterson, pardon me, and looks like he may be, nope. They're signaling the chains to move on. It looks like he's going to be right at the stick. 3rd and very, very short here.
So they come in with T. Love and Matlock here. Now they're 2 running backs into the game and a tight end. Hey, is this a pro set or what? Near to the right. Love it.
Saints with their heavy set, 3rd and short. Fay, Matlock stumbles in the backfield and is barely able to get back to the line of
scrimmage. Chris, that started with a different snap, but we got a flag late over there. It started with a difficult snap. You know what? The snap was kind of up high. When the timing is not right and you can't hit that north and south, it's tough to get. That those game jitters.
Once again, the penalty going here against the Saints. Saints in their tonight. White helmets, navy. An all navy blue with gold helmet.
Boy, if you don't like that white, you ought to lay off for 2 weeks and quit. That white helmet's good.
Oh yeah, that whole outfit looks great.
All right, 3rd.
Wow, that was a big
3rd and 15. That's a 15-yarder. Boy, that's a
14,
killer.
The Saints are moving the ball.
Donche Douglas comes in the game. We got an empty here.
Empty set.
Going empty.
Lock in the slot. to throw. All kinds of time over the middle and going for Douglas, just unable to reach. It looks like he had a couple across the middle there open.
He did. He threw Donche on a skinny post right there. Now that's where he's got to really pull that football, pull the nose ball down in that window. Donche just couldn't quite go and get it.
Saints right back to the line of scrimmage. Beck going for it here around midfield.
I'm not sure that. I think they're going to bring the guys back in. I see they go to the right. Motion to a trip set, and then he takes it back a little bit, see if he can get the punt off.
A little room to punt. And another
really good punt. They don't have anybody back.
And this time it checks and rolls backwards, but it's covered up there by Bothwell. Saints defense will come on the field. The Knights will get their first possession here of the second half, down by 6.
6 ain't enough to win a ball game right here. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're going to got to score points. So hey, they scored defensively. See if we can get a big turnover right here.
Douglas with the interception return earlier in the first quarter. Really turned out was kind of an ominous start for the Saints. And the slant here, spinning away.
Caught him on the slant.
The receiver to the races. He will score once again. A strike by the Knights, 75 yards, and they're a PAT away from taking the lead.
Well, Charlie Phillips, you can tell Charlie Phillips and Long, I guarantee you those two young men have worked all summer on that slant. The middle of the field open like that, you catch the slant, that's exactly what you want to do. You're off to the races. With the middle of the field open, and it hurt them.
Wow. Another quick strike by this Knights offense. 3 big plays, 3 touchdowns. Oh, it's a fake on the PAT. They throw it out to the right. Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Over the top. They had it. The Saints had that. He just couldn't make the play. Wow. Well-designed, well-covered play. You know what? They got it up over the top of them. Hey, adversity. This is where you got to respond to adversity right here.
70 pass play and 2-point conversion. And just like that, with 8:27 left to go in the third quarter, lead the Saints 24-22. Back for the kickoff here, and man, the Knights haven't really been able to put together any sustained drives like this. And
that you know what? That's what you got to do. You either got to hit a bunch of singles or home runs, and right now they're hitting home runs.
Low line drive kick. This time is going to be taken on the hop by Douglas. Douglas looking for some room, running to his left, and then into a pile of Knights. He's down at the 26-yard line, and the Saints offense coming back on the field.
Got a flag back here. I'm not sure these officials know what's going on. Some of these flags that are dropping in, and it feels like these plays. It's like, is it really affecting the play? I hate to criticize the officiating, and I don't like to do that, but here, the officials are talking. Where did that flag even come from? It looks like it dropped out of one of these buckets, and he's calling it no flag. Yep,
and that's what it was. You nailed it. It did fall out inadvertently. No flag. Saints going to start this possession at their own 27-yard line, finding themselves now down by 2.
Got to see if they can answer, Chris. Got to come back and answer like that. You know, and sometimes it takes one of those 8 or 9 play drives. Take the wind out.
Tonight, Fay looking to throw out to Hillman. Hillman breaking a tackle, surging ahead, and another flag goes down at the 31 on the far side of the field. We'll see what they call.
Anytime you got guys inside out or outside in, or a clip or a holding on that, and that's what now it's hurting, keeping them behind. First and 20. Got to respond here. Adversity. This is what makes a game of football so great. How do you respond in adverse situations? Hey, Clark Hillman in here, last year's quarterback. I wonder if they got a double pass in them in this situation.
I would say the odds of having something in the back of the playbook like that are pretty high. And a nice pass outside. Matlock making a man miss and surging up to the 30. It's a nice way to get back, you know,
12 yards. Correct. Good swing out there. You get yourself back in a manageable 2nd and 8 situation. Jacob Matlock, boy, he's had his number called a few times tonight.
A lot of tough runs right up the middle. A lot of physical runs.
Hey, I'm looking for a deep shot to Patterson. You know what? At some point, they've got him outmatched out here. Big physical receiver. Let's see if we can put it up at some point and get your receiver going to make a play for you. Back to the draw.
And Matlock bottled up at the 30. Middle there, and it's going to bring up one of those 3rd and middle distance. And as you said, it'd be nice to see the get this first chains moving and see if they can retake this lead.
Go trips down here to the field this time now. They're looking to get Bothwell through the middle of this field. Look at the middle of the field open, playing cover 2 down here. Both sides wide.
Fay looking to throw. Pressured. Rolling goes right. He's caught from behind and sacked. Back at the 24-yard line. And the defense for the night steps up and snuffs out this Saint.
They got the pressure off of the trip side. Yeah, we got to remember now, that's Brockermeyer at left tackle. He's normally big. It's a tough position to adjust to. His first game, we got to give him a chance to get settled in.
Saints with a lot of new faces. Talking to Coach Beck before the game, a lot of players have changed positions or doing some things for maybe the first time in their careers, and you know it's going to take time to work out for sure.
Correct.
Fay backing up into punt formation now. Gets it off, and it's a low line. Another one with
drilled it.
Big top spin. And it's going to be down to around the yard line.
Good job by that young man. You know what? That's a play not a lot of people are going to talk about, but they were backed up, and to be able to flip that field position like that helps your defense.
Absolutely. Down to the 26, 5:47 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And the other thing it does is, you know, if you do get in trouble like we've seen a couple of times already tonight, having your quarterback as your punter is really not the worst thing in the world. He can run, he can throw. You know, if things go wrong, you've got extra.
And that keeps your defense. They've got to play sound with what they go ahead and drop
really,
the ball back.
What really eliminates the return game. Here, Elijah Pusole stop.
And now Regents tries to hurry up and get in a fast offense. They're going to see if they can hurry up.
It's a little bit of a different look for Regents coming up quick. Hand it again. And once again, the run not going very far. It looks like
good job
T-Love.
Good job by the Saints front and T-Love to fill it up in there.
So the Saints defense quickly here with an opportunity, 3rd and 6 for the Knights. An opportunity to get the offense back on the field.
Now they bump out, run to trips, and the quarterback.
Wilson running with it, and he scrambles ahead to the left side. And it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down.
Wow, with that fence being so close over there, Kamen, that's pretty athletic to chase him out of and jump that fence. Looked like a daggone one of those show horses that had to jump those fences. Got to contain this quarterback and get a defensive stop here.
Long to throw here on the outside.
Great job.
Coming up and pop on the outside. Kelvin Brewer with a stop.
Good read and recognized by Kelvin. Come attack that wide receiver screen. Come in up there and make a play.
It's a 3-yard loss, so 2nd and 13. Clock winding, 4 to go here in the third quarter. 2-point game. Close ball game.
The double set to the boundary. Interesting here. They run that big
middle, and the tight end open. He's slung down by this, but not before a big gain into Saints territory.
John Luke Roberts is athletic. You see him run that deep. I don't know how fast he can run, but that's pretty good to get across that.
Long again, a deflected ball, it's picked off. And the Saints get a break off a helmet and into the arms.
Look like Andrew Beadle. And hey, anytime that ball gets tipped, there were 2 Saints there to make that play too. Big the football game. Hey, the swings, and just like we talked about, you got to keep fighting in these situations, Chris. You got to keep playing.
Second interception of the night for the Saints defense. Big play there by Beadle. And the offense back on the field, down by 2.
In the field, backfield, they're going to line up with both T-Love and Lock. Now, it'll be interesting to see if they don't come outside here, see if we can get a one-on-one, the big wide out. They're going to run the lead in there.
Off Matlock with room over the left side.
Downhill run. Good job of running that ball downhill. 9 yards on first down. They run a lead up in there, and T-Love, wow, what a hammering fullback he is.
2nd and 2, Matlock again. Hitting the backfield, surging ahead. It looks like he's going to be close to a first down.
Out of cramp, looks like one of the players. Who is that? Looks like
we've got a Regents player on the field.
Scully looks like he's got a cramp. That's what happens in games when you got guys going both ways. You can get cramps.
We'll take a break during the third down and 1 here. Saints ball on their own 48-yard line, trying to mount a little bit of a comeback, down by 2. Third possession of the second half after the interception. They pitch it out to Matlock. He's got room. Matlock to the outside, to the corner. Plenty for the first down and into night territory to the line.
Good job of getting that ball outside. Hey, we talked about them stunting and stemming outside. And when they start doing that, pick it now and get it on the perimeter and see if you can with it. Now you go back to trips here. Trip set with Bothwell down here, trying to see if we can get a mismatch.
Trips to the left side of the formation. It out to Matlock. He loses the football, and there's a scramble 40-yard line, and the Knights have recovered.
Tough right there. When you're taking that ball and you're trying to pitch it and get it on the perimeter, that can happen. Mishandling the football early in the year. Hey, That's all right. They had a turnover. You turn the ball over, and now get your defense back out there and go make a play.
Defense back on the field for the Saints.
First and 10 now. Big tight end again on this cross. You can tell he likes to go to him.
Handoff and T.
Inside. Great
Love
job.
Immediately.
Love is all over the field now. He's a fullback, linebacker. Made a play on that draw. Good T. Love.
Once again, putting the Knights in a difficult situation potentially. Last defensive series ended with the Beetle interception. We'll see if we can get a turnover here. So Knights slowing it down just a little bit.
They're flanking 81 out here. To get a match.
In an empty set, back to pass. T-Love with a blitz off the left edge. Buries him. Huge loss on the play.
Come off the edge right there. They run the blitz at the last minute. You see the down play man coverage. They ran the blitz from the field and got there.
Long
Big 3rd and 17. Now here's where you quarterback keep it alive with it. You got to keep him in the pocket. Play sound coverage and get him in a 4th down situation.
17 yards to go here on 3rd down. A minute 20 to go here. 3rd quarter, 2-point game. Big 3rd down play here for the Saints defense.
Regents goes empty.
Looking to throw again, long. In the middle, there's a man open, and he makes the catch. It's the safeties, and it's a out at the Saints 40-yard line.
Throw the deep post. Hey, you know what? When you get the middle of the field open like that, you got to be able to take that deep post. That keeps the drive going. And look, Regents wants to go fast here.
Long hits him in stride. Handoff and room over the left side of the Saints defense. It's a nice 6-yard.
Every time they go hurry up, it seems, is it me or do they run every time they go hurry up?
Yeah, they haven't really thrown. It's been mostly just a quick running play. This time they get 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Play action pass.
Run the double move.
And he just out of the reach.
Oh my. Run the sluggo route. They come back. They run the slant. Now they come back with the sluggo, and he just overthrew him.
Charlie Phillips is of Long's favorite targets tonight, and they almost connect there on another big play. Third and 4.
Is it me or is this about the 4th time these officials have mismarked this football? 3rd and 4.
Oh, it's not you.
3rd down and 4. You know what? It'd be interesting to see what Brian Edmondson does here. Is he going to bring the heat or is he going to try to drop 8 and see if we can make this quarterback make another? Oh, they bring the heat.
Look at it. Stick route. Big move at the 20 and down to the 8-yard. Once again, Charlie Phillips showing to be Long's favorite target.
Hey, and let me tell you something. They connect. I'm telling you. I said it earlier in the broadcast. Those two work a lot during the offseason, and you can tell that just watching the chemistry. He saw the blitz coming. He stuck it right on him, and he made a move outside.
Comebacker, and Long basically peeled the half the 8 off his jersey, and you can hear it hitting him from up here. Oh, ball! We got to scramble for it. Is this an opportunity for the Saints? Whose ball is it?
James Bruckermeyer. He did.
Bruckermeyer got on the fumble. The Saints cause a turnover deep in their own territory to snuff out a night opportunity.
Big opportunity when you're running that zone read in there. If you're not sure whether you're going to hand it or keep it, sometimes there's that indecision. The ball got on the ground. James Bruckermeyer with the nose for that football jumped on the fumble.
Well, all I can say is, Glenn, we got 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. I got a feeling this 4th quarter is going to be pretty crazy. Down by 2, take over deep in their own territory at the 17-yard line. Fay in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket, takes off up the middle. We've got a flag. Fay with all kinds of room. Fay breaking away from the pack. Fay could go all the way. He does. 83 yards. But a hold against the Saints is going to snuff out. Wow.
Wow. Is that a change in momentum now? He takes it 85 yards, and they call a holding.
Coach Beck is halfway onto the field discussing this with the ref. Once again, a flag in the Saints' backfield is going to snuff out a huge play. What was a 3-yard run by the quarterback.
You know what? You got to come. Here's where you got to respond to it again. Respond to adversity. Turnover. They make a holding call. They come back and make a play.
Wow. We're sitting up here in the Saints side of the stadium, and the fans here are beside themselves. This is a countless number of flags tonight.
Hey, we got a full stadium, and the fans on our side are not happy. You know what? Hey, here's where you got to come back. 1st and 20. Go make a play right here. Start in the 4th quarter. Change the ends of the field. I'm not sure that's a bad thing. Hey, he's dead tired in 100 yards. Get the quarter right here and get him watered down.
That's the end of 3 here at Knight Stadium, Austin. 22, the home team with a slight edge over the Saints. We'll be back with the final frame momentarily. Beginning of the 4th quarter, Chris Espinoza here with Glenn Stretch Smith live on Texas24.net. Remember, you can watch all on demand as well. 1st and 20 here for the Saints to start the quarter, down by 2. Fay looking to throw and keeping, running straight ahead, looking to give his team a little bit of room.
Run that little zone read, and he tries to hit it in their backside. Try to get in a manageable 3rd down situation. Really, you got 2nd and gain anything. We are down here, guys. Apologize, but it's a long way in there from where we're at.
Well, they're saying he got 9 on that one,
good.
so they've only got 11. Oh, sorry, 5. They just adjusted the scoreboard. So 2nd and 16. Back on their own 11-yard, looking to throw. Over the middle, he's got Bothwell. Bothwell running, breaking a tackle along the far sideline out to around the 30, and that's going to be Saints first.
Looks like he might have cramps. That's a tough situation now. Oh, when you
injury on the far side of the field, we're going to take a break.
It's Bothwell with cramps.
Bothwell with the injury on the far side of the field, but after a brief break, he was able to get up and walk off without any assistance. So that big play gives the Saints a 1st down all the way out to the 28-yard line. And Fay looking to hand it to Matlock, and that is snuffed out immediately.
Again, when they start stemming and stunting like that, and you try to run that zone read in there, it can get very cloudy as to whether to hand it or keep it.
It's a 3-yard loss. Bothwell just checked back into the game. He's in the slot on the right side of the formation. Hillman on the far side of the field. Fay looking to throw. Fay pumps. Running out of room, scrambling to his right. Looking downfield. Looking for room. Is grabbed by the back of his jersey around the 34 and slung down.
Again, keeping it alive with his legs. That's what you want to see when there's nothing there. Keep it alive with your legs.
Gain on the play and put some good position here down and distance-wise with third down coming up. About 4 to go. And we've got whistles, and it looks like the Knights are going to take their first. So we'll take one as well. Knights took their first time out here second half. Third down, 4 to go here for the Saints. Down by 2, 9:56 to go here in the ball game.
Mitch back in the football game now. He got those cramps worked on, and he's back in there. You got to have that big tight end.
They looking to throw out to Love. Love breaks a tackle, bulldozes ahead to the 40, and that's going to be enough for a Saint first down.
Really tough run by T. Love. Caught that ball out on a swing, turned his pads north and south, and got up the field.
Bruising run there after the catch, and just what the Saints needed. Gets to the boundary, to the mark. And the Saints with the first down. Matlock behind Fay. Pistol formation. Fakes a handoff. Out route. Bothwell, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. I've seen a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, tried to hit Mitch on a little stick route. That's where Hampton's got to get up. You got to get that ball defensive end. It's a good call, and now you're behind the chains again at 2nd and 10.
Very, very interesting ball game tonight. A lot of unique plays, to say the least.